Well, hallelujah, holla back. It is 9:28 a.m., August 24th, 2024, Saturday. This is for week 34. So I'm doing this part slightly earlier. We are still in catch-up mode. Last time I did this, I believe, last two times I did this, I did it on a Sunday morning technically, and I'm doing this fairly early on a Saturday, so that's good. I have had a short conversation with, like, an email thread with the lawyer for Chase, and I've been very frustrated by him because he doesn't feel like he's being genuine. He's asking me, he's basically asking me, but then he might just be incompetent because he hasn't impressed me with his acumen so far in terms of, like, documents he's uploaded. He literally uploaded one document, which is, I don't know, like the Metro 2s that they received, like the automatic codes that it generates, which I think is beneficial for me because it's just going to be further proof that they're not doing a real investigation, and that I actually, in fact, did do a bunch of disputes for them to simply just not have the accurate information on there. So, yeah, he's basically asking me to repeat myself. He's like, I don't get why, and it's like, it's literally on the last document I uploaded. So I don't know. I just feel like it's disingenuous, and I don't want to talk to him. You know what I mean? It's like police. I don't know what I shouldn't say, and I don't want to. You know what I mean? So I've been very careful. I'm not, like, firing off emails really quickly like it seems like he's doing, because he's, like, leaving typos and shit in his emails. But looks like they want to adjust the hearing date for the Discover case, which is fine by me. I don't care. But I think they're talking about, there's like an earlier date and a later date. I don't really care either way, but I need to, I do still need to send them their evidence and all that stuff. I think it's supposed to be technically tomorrow, but because it falls on a Sunday, I'm gonna probably send it on Monday. Yeah, that's pretty much that for that. I need to gather the Discover evidence and send it along, with the 3 calls I'm gonna gather with customer service, and then I'm probably gonna make my case one more time in a friendly fashion to the Chase whatchamacallit, and at the same time, I'm probably gonna hit Discover with a friendly offer, the 15K offer. Be like, this is gonna be your best bet. This is the best one. You know what I mean? And then from there, it's gonna go up. 22.5 is probably the next rung up, and then probably like 3K or 30K or something like that after that point. But I want to give them a real opportunity to really cure the issue, because if they give me the 15K, I'll be happy. to bow out right now. But the more I have to prepare, the more sure I get, you know. So that's where we're at with that. I'm literally gonna tell him, read the dispositive motion. I don't know if I can make it any more clear than this. And with your understanding, I'd appreciate it if you focus on, like, I'm not gonna dispute my case with you. I definitely don't believe that I'm in the wrong based off of the information that I have. And it's like, I don't want to debate with you based off of how strong you feel your case is and how strong you feel my case is. What are you willing to pay me? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I want to find out about. Because I'm not gonna sit here and debate. I know what you're doing. You're trying, like, dude. If I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, man, he could gaslight me you know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing, and it's almost low key working. Because I'm like, bro. But it's like, nah, he's just playing stupid. He's trying to see how much I know, how much I understand. That's really it. But enough of that. We're gonna have that handled here soon. Probably like just literally on Monday. Once I do that first, there's only a couple more things to do, right? We're in the gathering and sending of evidence stage right now. Then there's going to be a friendly offer for both, which I've already kind of gotten to that point. But, with Chase, I'm going to, kind of redirect the conversation and make sure that it's clear what's going on. And then with Chase, I'm going to give them what I consider to be a friendly offer in the same exact format, basically. That's going to accompany the evidence, probably. And then from there, I'm going to give them 2 weeks, and then I'm going to send or I might give them like a week, or have them respond a little bit or something, and then I'll do like 3 weeks prior. I'll send another more threatening demand, probably after I prepare my actual presentation for the actual hearing. Once I've prepared the actual hearing, the information for the actual hearing, then I'll probably have the cojones to really like full send it and be a real, like really pose a threat to the through the demand, where I'm gonna threaten to contact the comptroller and the Federal Trade Commission and all that good shit. Probably the Better Business Bureau and all that. You know what I mean? Whatever I need to do, I'm gonna take the gloves all the way off at that point, as a way to like try to encourage them to play nice with me. Okay, so enough of that. I'm on top of my schoolwork. I have been doing it early, just like I'm doing this a little bit earlier. I've been doing that a little bit earlier, so that's also working. I have 2 A's right now. One's like a 97, one's a 90. I've had a B in the second one damn near the whole time, but I got it above a 90 now, so I have 2 A's technically right now. I'm not saying I'm going to get an A in both classes, because I'm probably going to get an A and a B, but if I can't, I'm there. I'm right there. So that would be dope if I got 2 A's. I would really like that. Related, I also registered just in time for the class. I avoided a phone conversation too, which is pretty neat. So yeah, I signed that like the day of, like the last day I could have done it, or the day before the last day, something like that. So that's still on and popping. We are cruising on through, ready to do our next term. We are literally like 5 weeks away from another 1800, which is fucking fantastic. I streamed Stormgate a couple times. I know in the last 24 hours I streamed it like 8 hours. I want to say I streamed it one more time other than that, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I did it 3 times. I've been really enjoying it. I I don't know what exactly. It's just like it just came out, and I was in the beta, and you know, in theory, I could kind of I have knowledge about stuff that other people probably don't know, and I could probably get ahead and maybe and low key, my rank right now is like my MMR is like 15 something, which is only like 150 away from top 500, which is like top 1% basically. So, you know, and I've kind of just been enjoying it because the reason that I've been enjoying it is because it's not solved, I guess. There's a lot of stuff to discover. So I'm playing an RTS the way an RTS is meant to be played, basically, because there's no, it's not solved. So the metagame isn't fleshed out. So you just kind of have to go with your fundamental RTS knowledge and apply it into the game, and that's basically why I've been enjoying it. So I've been like listening to, I have a little book that I've been working on with the ChatGPT, where I have, I think, like 16 or 13 chapters or something like that. I mentioned that last time. It's like 2 hours that kind of is meant to coincide with the playing of StarCraft. So I end up, it's just like a little fantasy thing. And then I also have been listening to Artosis, like cast like StarCraft 1. And I don't know, it's just like this weird zone that I kind of you know, I'm able to sustain and keep playing. Whereas sometimes if I'm playing StarCraft, I'll play for 2 hours and get upset, or something like that. So, been really enjoying that. I've also been tending to the YouTube queue, I don't know, since like the beginning of August or like the 8th or something like that. The point is that it's been consistent. There's been videos been uploaded, I think, for the last 2 weeks at least. And we have it going through the 29th right now. Hopefully I'm able to kind of muster up the energy to clip up the last couple streams, because that'll really bolster my YouTube video count for the rest of the year, so that we can get to that one a day average. I cleaned my room really well, vacuumed it, wiped everything down. And after doing that, you know, like taking a nice shower and all that stuff, I ended up, well, I don't know, I just ordered it this way because of how it makes sense to talk about it this way, but in total, I drank 3 times this week. I think one of those times, I literally drank like a glass of wine, and then another time I drank like a good amount of wine, and then that turned into me demolishing a 12-pack of beer that was just in the fridge, that I think my dad is upset at me for drinking. But the other thing about him too is that he's real good about not like just pouncing on me whenever that happens. Like, okay, yeah, yes, dude, I drank the 12-pack of beer. Like, fucking, you know, crucify me. You know what I mean? But this guy, he's like, he's gonna have this fucking weird ass energy towards me, and I'm like, dude, why are you making me uncomfortable? Like I did something crazy wrong. You know what I mean? It's just, to me, it just feels like advantageous. You know what I mean? Or opportunistic. It's like, dude, I'll buy you another one. Just like whatever. It's just a reason to be upset. Why? Whoa. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that binge was the last one, and you know, I was like, bro, I said, fuck it, I'm turning up. That's what happened. I said, I'm turning up, and the beer was there. I could have walked to the whatchamacallit, or you know, finished the wine or whatever, but I didn't. I did what I did. So, and that's the amount of beers that I drank. That's good enough for like 6 weeks. So, this whole like, what I'm gonna do is I'm just basically gonna like refrain for quite a bit. You know, like my goal is to like have the wine bottle, even if it's just a little bit, have it you know, survive the 10 weeks, and then I have fucking 6 more weeks on top of that. Now, based off of this, it's like just take some time off of drinking. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just the way it is. That turned into this, and this is the kind of like the worst it's ever been when it comes to falling off the wagon. I almost had a liquid O. I almost allowed that to happen. You know, that's the kind of situation that we were in. I don't know if I had like a dream that I did or some shit too. It was very weird, but I don't think I did. But what else? Let me see. So I'm sorry. Okay. Trying not to get sidetracked. So yeah, I ended up ordering DoorDash. I wanted to get some McDonald's, and I ended up ordering DoorDash for $28, which isn't bad. I used the Dash Pass intro offer with a new account. And I had soda and ice cream. So, you know, I broke a lot of little rules there, and that's why you don't want to be doing that. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at myself. I knew what I was doing when I did it. You know what I mean? Like in the past, this looks a lot worse. You know what I mean? It looks like blacking out and making purchases and waking up, or then going on this kind of like bender where I'm in and out of consciousness until I'm like, my situation is no longer as beneficial as it was when I started partying. You know what I mean? So that didn't happen. Only thing is, this guy is being a little bit strange towards me, and that'll pass. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what? Like, again, it's a very binary thing. It's like, can I stay here or not? That's all I give a fuck about. You can't make me uncomfortable. You can't make me whatever, because all that matters is, can I stay here or not? So you're not gonna have, you know, make me uncomfortable, torture me or no shit like that, because I'm not going for it. And I don't care if you kick me out. So it's like, that's, if you you can't make me uncomfortable because I don't care. I'm not gonna allow myself to be uncomfortable. And then I want you to do it. I want you to I want you to fucking be like, oh yeah, no, get the fuck out. I want you to, because I know ain't nothing bad gonna happen to me. I didn't do shit wrong. So, but yeah, so there's kind of like this PTSD kind of, I feel like, record in my mind that I'm kind of going down this path, neural pathway that I've established, where, you know, I'm kind of anxious about shit, but really it's like, good for you. You know what I mean? You enjoyed you know, like, without the context of all the prior situation, what happened? I drank a 12-pack of beer because while I was making some music on a random night. I don't think it was a Friday, but it could have been. I don't know. Can't remember. No, I don't think it was. I think it was Thursday or something. But yeah, I made 3 songs. So that night I made 2. And they're both on Egyptian beats, which is super fire. Like, the way it turned out, I'm like, okay, this is like a doable thing for me to. I can actually like just rap regular over Egyptian beats, and it feels good to me because I really like Egyptian music anyway. So I feel like that is another lane now that I'm gonna explore. But the first one that I did is actually 4 hours. It's 4 minutes long. You know, with brief pauses here and there. with a beat change. It's just a work of art. Then I have another one that's a little bit more along the lines of the original aim, which was, like jazzy, Sade, Frank Sinatra type beats, which I'm also happy with that as well. Yeah, whenever I go on these, really get really drunk and make a song type thing, it's fucking really nice. But I'm still trying to figure out, because the two drinks, and it's just not enough. It's just not enough. I don't know what it is. It's just not enough. So we'll have to see how it goes. But and so now the biggest thing is that the reason why a lot of this stuff, like I said, that I was streaming, that I cleaned, and then that kind of led to the binge. Everything was kind of I sped up quickly and got a lot of stuff done. I'm like ahead on my schoolwork. My room is clean. I'm clean. And that's what led to me like wanting to turn up, basically. And that was because of this new schedule. So I don't know how this happened. I think I might have mentioned it last week, but basically I kind of stumbled upon the fact that like if I just take a break from toking, like right around 10, midday, and just do my sets and posts like every hour, I could knock out my sets and posts in 4 hours and do 5 in a day, and then still have 4 hours for streaming, 4 hours for sessions, and then 4 more hours for whatever the fuck I want. So it probably won't be like that. On most days, it'll probably be like 6 hours or something like that, or some days I'll do more. Maybe I'll do like 8, 9, and then some days I'll do 2 or whatever. But like today, I intend on trying to do a lot. But what it is because it's very simple. There's 3 things that I want to do. Actually, or maybe 4 or something like that. It's sessions, 4-hour sessions. Okay, and I have 16 waking hours. Okay, so in this example, we're streaming for 4 hours. That's like technically right now my requirement for my daily sessions is 2 hours, right? The goal being 4 hours, and I'm doing 4 all the time. I do 4 all the time. But just for the sake of like making gradual progress and giving myself credit, 2 is where I started, because 1 is because it is first of all, it's doable for me, but then also it is probably the most time that anyone on that day spent in that state. Basically, anyone on earth, that is probably higher than 99% of anyone on earth that did that same activity. They did not do it for that long, is the point. So that's kind of why I did it. But 4 is the ideal number. Now, when it comes to the streaming, 4 is like the bare minimum, kind of similar to the 2 in that scenario. Ideally, I'd probably be doing 6 to 8. But for now, the arbitrary number that I'm slapping onto it is 4. That's also the number that I heard other people talk about. 4 just seems to be a good number for all of this. So, cool. Streaming, the best time for me to do it is 6 to 10 ish, around there. You know what I mean? Like 4 to like noon, basically. That's the best time to do it, because I guess that's the biggest lull of other people streaming. So I'm like the only one of a handful of choices of people that are on, and it's a good way to catch raids. So And I've done it now for like the last couple days, and I really like, I don't know why, but I really like the feeling of like starting my day after having done that, if you will. Like, it's like, cool, that task complete. So it's kind of a cool way to start. And I can smoke through that, right? Like, you smoke, play Stormgate, and then come out of that, start doing sets and posts. And like today, I went on a walk to kind of plan, get my mind right. And then what did I do? I wrote it down. I'm gonna be keeping track too. I journaled, and then I ate and stretched. I inverted when I journaled, and then now I'm doing this. And if I can wrap up in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, I'll stay on track. Probably won't be exactly on track. I'm trying to do it at the top of every hour right now because I'm, really trying to catch up. But I have to render. I have like I have a fucking backlog of like 20 vlogs I need to render. So we got that. It's gonna take a long time. And I need to tend to my YouTube queue. I need to clip my whatchamacallit, schoolwork, and then blah 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 blah. So anyway, the main idea is instead of doing, this is supposed to be it's a hybrid, it's a mixture, it's a happy medium. Okay, it's two different worlds coming together. You have the first 6 months, or like the first 6 months of the year, where I was completely sober and I was doing 5 sets and posts a day and doing, like research all day, just trying not to be on TikTok basically, and all that good shit, meditating and whatnot, right? And at that time, I'm establishing that as a habit, so it was enough hard work for me to be occupied, I guess. And just not being as organized, things just took more time. We're still refining it and whatnot. But then you have the break period where, I almost hurt. I feel like I almost hurt myself because I was going a little too hard. So I bounced out of that. And then I went directly into just being high all day mode. And not wanting it being hard to make myself do the sets and posts to start, just to do the one, And I would feel myself I could feel like the high kind of wearing off, and my like motivation coming back low key. So I had a couple days where I accidentally just said, you know what? I'm not gonna do that right this time. I'm gonna pass on this one. You know what I mean? Have some coffee, and that's when I would have these spurts of productivity and get a lot of shit done, and then afterwards I'd be like, see, I literally could do everything I need to do for the week in like an hour or two. So I don't remember exactly how it went, but basically I realized if I give myself just that little bit of time, some people they work out for just an hour or two. They go to the gym and they work out, right? So it's a little bit different for me. I'm trying to incorporate meditation in this, lunch, stretching, walks. So it's a little bit longer. Even sessions can be done too in there as well. But it just doesn't need to take that long. And it's in that time frame, the amount of things that I can get done is actually insane. I was actually having some trouble coming up with stuff to do during that time because yeah, like I need to, because I think I had a day where I was like, okay, I'm gonna like try to meditate, listen to an audiobook or whatever, like just kind of not, I'm not really doing anything. So, you know, I ended up just falling asleep, but like, um, yeah, ideally, we're like way super ahead of like, you know what I'm saying? Like technically, I have more time than I need, and I like it that way, but I don't want to be wasting my time scrolling and shit like that. So, um, I just want to increase my productivity. So basically, uh, that's what this is about. So, um, you know, realistically, what I want to do is I want to do 20 sets and posts a week. I want to do a video on YouTube a day. I want to make about a song a week. And I want to do 4 hours of sessions a day, right? So there's many different ways to skin a cat. We could do the 4 hour, you know, we've tried many different assortments basically, and we're trying to figure out the ideal best way. None of these, by the way, included streaming every day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So right now the goal is to another thing too is like forcing myself to be up at certain times is tough. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but the idea is depending. Let's say I wake up at like 10, then I would just go straight into sets and posts. If I wake up and then you know maybe I would stay up and stream later. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the ideal day is like waking up at like 5-ish, and then streaming, and then you know from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or whatever, something like that. Basically doing a set and a post every hour between things like making a song or showering or cleaning or schoolwork or shit like that. I have a pretty long list already of stuff that I can kind of work on during those periods, which is enough for today, thank God. But I think that's going to be kind of sooner than later. I'm going to have a shortage of things to do. I hope. Well, actually, I don't know about that. But like, I'll have a lot of stuff done. I'm gonna get a lot of stuff done very quickly. You know. So, I think the goal for today really is to kind of really lower this number. Like, I think I'm actually about to do my 5th set in post. So technically, it's like I could be done if I could do this every day. Man, that would be crazy. But because I'm so far behind and I actually do have some stuff I need to do, I'm gonna try to push further than usual and just see how far I can go. And then hopefully by actually by Monday, I'll actually be on like track, you know, because technically the week is supposed to end on Sunday, but I've been giving myself some leeway and ending it on Tuesday or something weird like that, and you know, so we're just gonna get on top of it, kind of come from behind a little bit, and get back on the full schedule, and then I mean I think I don't know. Yeah, so get back on the full schedule, and allow for, like, there's stuff that I don't even necessarily know. Like, I don't necessarily know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be prepared, basically. So, so a few things I need to, like I said, catch up by staying consistent with the schedule. I need to finish up arbitration. I need to do those few things, gather the evidence, send some emails, send some demands, maybe make some reports or complaints, maybe, that kind of stuff. I need to check with the DMV in Florida and in California. I need to look at my Amazon purchase and potentially actually make it. I have to cancel some stuff like Jammable, DoorDash, and this credit reporting service I used. And then I also want to practice with Midjourney. That's really about it. I'm really excited about this new implementation of this schedule. The way that it worked out is I took I want to say 6 weeks off, or maybe less. It was June 6th to the last. Yeah, it's 6 weeks of actual real vacation, and then kind of a sporadically coming back in. Now we are actually getting back on fully the wagon. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, I don't really want to do the whole homeless thing in San Francisco. So I'm kind of in the back of my mind, I'm ideally, I don't know, maybe I get a job out here or something. But every time I look, it's just disgustingly sparse. So I don't want to get my hopes up with that. But the way that I have everything's situated so beautifully right now, it's kind of hard to want to disturb it. I could just up the weight and keep making that same progress here, especially if I was able to get an overnight security job. I mean, then it would just be over with. But what's crazy is I actually do think, unfortunately, it's going to require me going to San Francisco, which is a damn shame. I don't know how I'm going to adapt. If I'm going to adapt, or if I'm just going to take another break, basically. But anyway, that's week 34. I appreciate you listening to me. I love you. Talk to you later. Deuces.